I want to start in 1968 on a freezing cold night in Indiana.
Do they know about Martin Luther King? Could you lower those signs, please?
Robert F. Kennedy Sr. was climbing up onto the back of a flatbed truck. To protect him from the wind, he was wearing a coat that had once belonged to his big brother, President John F. Kennedy.
I have some very sad news for all of you.
In front of him was a crowd of mostly black voters, eager to hear what the young presidential candidate had to say. But Bobby Kennedy knew something the crowd did not. Hours earlier,
Martin Luther King was shot and was killed tonight in Memphis.
Bobby Kennedy was an ally of Martin Luther King Jr. in the campaign for civil rights. His campaign staff and the local mayor in Indianapolis encouraged Kennedy to cancel this event. Political violence was endemic across America at the time, and they feared that the wrong words could lead to a riot. But Kennedy refused, and on the back of that flatbed truck, delivered a speech that he'd scrawled down on his way to the event.
Martin Luther King dedicated his life to love and to justice between fellow human beings. He died in the cause of that effort.
He acknowledged that he understood that this news could lead to more violence.
For those of you who are black, considering the evidence evidently is that there were white people who were responsible, you can be filled with bitterness and with hatred and a desire for revenge. We can move in that direction as a country, in greater polarization, black people amongst blacks and white amongst whites, filled with hatred toward one another.
Kennedy expressed a level of empathy that few politicians can manage.
For those of you who are black and are tempted to be filled with hatred and mistrust of the injustice of such an act against all white people, I would only say that I can also feel in my own heart the same kind of feeling. I had a member of my family killed, but he was killed by a white man. But we have to make an effort in the United States. We have to make an effort to understand, to get beyond or go beyond these rather difficult times.
There was no violence in Indianapolis that night.
But more importantly, to say a prayer for our own country.
We are sadly still waiting for that prayer to come true.